the space of the community garden here at Southwestern, and we are at a space at an intersection of many different spaces and different philosophies and different ideas that are integrated into kind of one particular idea, and that is food, that is community, that is education.
Initially, the garden was envisioned as a place for sort of native landscaping and ornamentals. But what we realize is that people are really interested in impacting the food system and being connected to their food production.
I have always played sports my whole life, so I'm used to being outside and doing things with my hands and my body, and so this is kind of a place where I can work off some steam from being in the office the whole day and working at a computer, and I get to be with other people, talk with other people from different perspectives, different offices, and just getting compost under my fingernails.
Our overall mission is multi-purpose. I mean, we look at this from an educational standpoint. We think about how we can engage the community and serve the community by providing them food, but also through education. We bring lots of groups out here. So, for instance, Boys and Girls Club come out quite a bit, and we do a lot of education in that regard. We also bring a lot of educators too here to help with our students. So we have master gardeners come out. We have a lot of food activists come out. We have people like Tiago, who's a permaculture expert, come out.
So today we just covered a brief, general overall picture of permaculture principles of design. So I am focused more on the creative aspect of design. You know, you can learn about plants and horticulture and all these things, but a good design, a mindful design, can really speed up the process of succession. It can speed up the process of the ecosystem in a positive and beneficial way. Plus, I told a little bit about our overarching story, just where we came from. So you can learn a lot from just telling stories. So we're really interested in others' stories and the students' stories just as much as I'm interested in sharing my story. It's like a co-creation.
As symbol of the university, I think the garden has to do a lot with social justice and as well as expanding the classroom and bringing it to real life. And by that, I guess I mean that the garden isn't just something that ends at Southwestern, because I see college as a forming period where you're molding habits that you're going to take to the rest of your life. And so through participating in the garden, hopefully, I hope in my future to be able to participate in these types of community gardens and take the habits that I've learned here about water management and sustainable ecosystems and respecting the earth and put those in practice outside Southwestern.
What we really try to do is think about the garden in a multidimensional way. I mean, it's not just providing food for people. It's about teaching people the different lessons of biodiversity, interactions with fertilizer, organic fertilizer, organic pesticides, organic biota in the soil, all the different levels of the soil and all the different levels of production that I think a lot of people don't always see. They think of a garden as one-dimensionally. And it's not just the biodiversity part. It's, again, the educational component. It's helping to serve the community. And it's using this place as a living laboratory to help experiment with those ideas.
And so like for the garden, it's one of the most interdisciplinary places on campus in terms of we harvest food here, we're able to feed people at Meals on Wheels. We're talking about the science, of course, because you cannot ignore that. And we like to encourage students of biology majors to, yes, that this is something that we should address. But we're able to talk about global issues at a local scale. This is something we're doing on the ground here, and yet it applies to something that's much larger than this 3/4 of an acre space. I don't know, I love this place. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite place on campus, and it's definitely an underutilized space. We would love to have giant billboards saying come here, because the more students the merrier.
Come garden, just come garden, have a try at it.